Hello everyone, Newbie Prepper here, and well, welcome to my video. This is episode 3. A couple of disclaimers. Number 1, I am a newbie, not a professional, I'm an amateur. And number 2, I am shooting this off my camera, well, off my phone camera, not shooting it off a regular professional camera. So the picture may get a little bit shaky. In this episode, I decided to tilt the camera sideways instead of up and down, see if that changes anything, because I thought the first 2 videos, didn't look all that great. But anyway, topic of this episode will be firearms or weapons. The first 2 episodes was about my rifle, the first piece of equipment that I got. This one is going to be for everyone that for whatever reason cannot get a rifle where they live at or where they're at. Another important piece of kit would be a bow. I went with a PSX Stinger simply because I thought it looked good and decent and whatnot, and the options that it also came with. Plus the price, it was under $400. So it came with pretty much, let me get in closer over here, came with this piece, string stopper, came with this piece, which is, I will call it a string aligner. I know what it's called, I forgot the name. Came with a front stabilizer. Also came with a whisker basket, which I think the whisker basket is pretty nice, and came with a well, it's not a scope, it's a crosshairs. Yeah, that's it. Came with a crosshairs. Plus it is fully adjustable and goes up to 70 pounds. Well, the instructions, directions, manual, whatever said can go up from 25 pounds up to 70 pounds, but I think it was adjusted up to 70 pounds. I turned it down to 60 pounds, 55, 60 pounds draw strength. Anyway, oh, and it also came with this quiver. I take one of the arrows out. If you notice, came with this quiver. It did not come with the arrows. Anyway, it did not come with the arrows. It came with the quiver though. So all I had to pick up was arrows, and also I picked up a trigger, which is a, I don't know what brand, I forgot what brand, but it was a trigger, 40, 50, 60 bucks, I don't remember exactly how much. And I picked up arrows with I forget what these are called again. Field points, that's it. I picked up 6 arrows with field points. One of the arrows broke, so I only have 5 right now. And I also picked up 6 more arrows with these serrated broadheads. I think the serrated broadheads look kind of nice. Anyway, a little close-up of them. There is, you can see the serration on it. I know, video's fuzzy and all because I'm not getting the camera. At least I don't think I am. But anyway, as you can see, there is serration on the edges. It's also got bleeder veins, so it'll take down big game. And yes, I did have to assemble them, so that little bead is the resin that I used to put together the arrows. Anyway, the arrows, all I pretty much had to do was put in the heads, which they do unscrew. I'm not going to show it to you because I have to hold the damn camera. Well, I have to hold the phone, and I can't do it single-handedly. I'll cut myself open. But pretty much I had to install the arrowhead front tip and then screw in the arrowhead itself. The arrowheads came pre-assembled already. The vanes came assembled, the rear nocks came assembled already, so it was pretty much arrow and nocks, and then I had to pick up the arrowheads separately. Anyway, this is a compound or a composite bow, compound bow, I like to call them. Anyway, It is not a standard looking bow as in a recurve bow, because recurve bows to me I feel are a little bit harder to use, whereas composite bows or compound bows are a little bit easier to use. They're a little bit more accurate, although they are a lot more complicated, but they are more adjustable too. So for anyone that can't get a firearm in their location for whatever reason, law doesn't permit, whatever other various reasons, this is a pretty good buy. It's a pretty reputable brand. PSX, or not PSX, I'm sorry, PSE, Precision Shooting Equipment. Anyway, that is pretty much what I chose. I bought this at Cabela's, under $400, had it delivered to me. Yes, Cabela's, same place I bought my rifle. And then if you also notice, yes, the arrows. I picked up the extra set of arrows at Cabela's. These first set of arrows, those I actually picked up at a archery shop, rather by the house. Well, not by the house, but a friend of mine, his buddy owns an archery shop, so I had him pick me up some arrows just to pick up arrows. So anyway, this would be a long-range offensive weapon, good for keeping people at bay or hunting game and stuff, and this should be able to take down a decent sized game too, such as a buck or a deer, or, well, yeah, buck, deer, same thing. You know what, I know I'm making mistakes, but honestly I don't care. Every time I try to make one of these videos, I seem to go through a bunch of rough drafts, so this time I'm just winging it. Hell, mistakes happen. I'm winging it. But anyway, this should take down a decent sized deer, especially if you use broadheads. If you use the regular field points, I don't think they're going to take down big game. Those are more for practice, which I do recommend you practice. With this, I'm not aware of any laws or restrictions that don't allow you to have one, but you should be careful where you're practicing with it. If you've got a basement with, a long enough space, practice in the basement. Practice in your house, although be aware that you're going to put holes in your walls. However, but I also do have a practice bag. And yes, of course, yes, Cabela's. I am not receiving any money from them. Seriously, I am not. I am not one of their spokesmen. I am not one of their paid advertisers, whatever. I don't get any money from them. It's just where I picked up my gear because, well, they're not that far away. And they have a lot of the stuff that I want or need, such as guns, bows, arrows, field bags. But when I'm going to be picking up some of my outdoor gear, I will be going to another store that's close by my work, which is called REI. They have a lot of camping equipment and stuff. But anyway, I have a field bag. It's a pretty heavy bag, 60, 70 pounds, something like that. It's pretty decent. As you notice, I've been shooting away at it with my bow. It's recommended for field tips only, so that's about that. So, anyway, back to my original thing. If you cannot get a rifle, get a bow. One awesome, great advantage about bows is when you shoot a rifle, the bullet is gone. You can't pull the bullet out of whatever you shot it at and put it back in your rifle and shoot it again. Arrows, for the most part, if you take down a deer or a wild hog or bird or rabbit, whatever, turkey, you can pull the arrow out and reuse it. Another option is also a crossbow. Those, I don't know, I've seen price ranges between $300, $400, $500 and stuff. But yeah, crossbows are kind of like rifles mixed with bows, where they are more accurate than bows. But I didn't choose to go with a crossbow because, as I've been told by some of my friends, that, well, there's legalities involved in it. So definitely check with your local and state ordinances before you pick one up. But hey, bows and crossbows make awesome alternatives to firearms. And there is the aspect of, if you need to reuse ammo, you don't have to carry a lot. You can reuse all your ammo until the ammo breaks, which 9 out of 10 chances are your ammo is not going to break. Once in a great while, it may break. But hell, I'm expecting these arrows to last me a couple hundred shots at least. Well, maybe 100 shots each at least. And they're light as hell. A couple of ounces, an ounce or two maybe per arrow. So yes, this would make a great alternative. Another key feature is you can restring bows. I'm pretty positive you can go onto the PSC website or whatever manufacturer you buy your bow from. You can go on their website and order extra string. Although restringing it might be a little bit hard because it is a compound bow. I'm sure it involves something like a bow vise and a bow grip and something else or another. Whereas a recurve bow will not involve all that. It's easier to restring a recurve bow. But that is your alternative for a firearm. And it still gets the job done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video.